Hello, my name is Roy Cohen. I'm the host of this week's edition of the Community Forum Show. And for those of you who are first timers to watch the show, that is not Ames Pond in the background. That is our unique shot of, I guess, the Charles River. And today we're going to have a show of interest. We have some great people on to talk about Sherm's annual blood drive, which is going to take place on Sunday, June 14th. To talk about the blood drive and a couple of other interesting subjects. From my right, or your left, I'd like to introduce you to Cameron Ramos. Cameron, hello, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
And then next to Cameron is my old friend, and I use the word old with emphasis, Sherm Epro from Sherm's. Welcome, Sherm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. To my left is Julie Ramos. Welcome.
Thank you.
And to her left is I'm trying to think of his name. I think it's, you're Spanky, aren't you?
Sometimes.
David Spanky Sousa, recently elected. Well, not so recently. I guess you've been sitting in there for a year now, having worked your way up to vice chair.
Correct.
Of the Stoughton Board of Selectmen. Welcome, Spanky. Nice to have you here.
Pleasure.
And to Spanky's left is Maureen Zuzevich. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
I didn't even practice beforehand.
You did.
And she's from the Children's Hospital. She's a blood drive coordinator, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the show, and hopefully you'll participate in the annual blood drive coming up. And we can start off today's questioning to the originator of the blood drive, my friend Sherm. Sherm, this is the 7th annual?
7th annual drive.
And what about it? You started it for what reason?
We started it 7 years ago for Tyler Fitzpatrick, who was the one last recipient living from Children's Hospital as a cancer from the class he was in, the group he was in.
Yeah.
And he's still alive. And he's about 26 years old now, thanks to Children's Hospital.
And the treatments they offered.
Oh, definitely. They kept him alive.
That's nice. So you said it's been going on for 7 years?
Yes.
All at Sherm's or at different locations?
Nope, it's always, well, we started at one of the other Portuguese clubs, and now I can't say the name, but...
We'll call in Spanky for that. Spanky, what's the name of the club where they're going to have it this year?
Philharmonica, Banda de São João, St. John's Bandhouse, basically.
Okay.
Right in the VFW. So.
Right.
And we've had it there for the last 3 years.
Okay.
We had it at the VFW the first year.
How many pints have, when you started off, how many pints the first year?
We did approximately 60 pints.
That's 60 people coming down to donate?
No, it was probably 80 people or better, and we got what they call 60 good pints of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And last year we got 92 good pints of blood. We had over 100 people come. This year we're hoping to hit 100 pints or better of good blood.
Okay, I was going to ask you what's your goal for this year, but you already answered that question for me.
Oh, my goal is 150.
Right.
Well,
But I don't think we're going to hit that.
you were telling me that the Red Cross is going to be they're going to have 2 blood mobiles there?
Children's Hospital is going to have a blood mobile who we schedule with, and I guess you'd have to ask Maureen.
The other bus is we're going to have 2 buses there. Children's will be there, and this year we've invited Mass General.
Okay.
So they'll be our backup bus, and they'll be there also with us.
Excellent. And the quantities hopefully are more, maybe 150 pints this year?
We could probably see between 150 and 180 people, and we're hoping to get 150 pints of blood.
That'll be wonderful. So
It'll be great.
Come on down. What's another reason to come besides the good work of donating to the Children's Hospital and the Red Cross?
No, Boston Children's.
Boston Children's. You
We offer breakfast from 8 to probably about 11 o'clock.
okay?
And then we have a barbecue sometime from probably 12 o'clock on until closing.
Okay.
And the toughest part is for the poor nurses that are on the bus, because they last year they didn't even get off the bus except to use the facilities.
Yeah.
They had to eat on the bus because they would.
Well, that's a nice problem to have.
Well, You like to let them get a little bit of a break.
I know that, I know that. Well, maybe they'll staff up where they can do a little rotating, hopefully. David Spanky Sousa.
Yes, sir.
When I was down there last year, I saw you very much involved with calling out the people who were next and all the things that had to be done inside before they went outside, putting everybody at ease so they don't have to be nervous giving the blood. What is your job in the blood drive this year?
It's my job in the blood drive. First of all, thank you for having us. I'm surrounded by 4 great people. I should say 5. We'll have to count you on this one too.
Oh, thank you.
4 years ago, I did a blood drive for children's at the Gibbons for one of the school fairs. And then as my children moved on to the junior high and all that, they didn't do it at the school. Sherm Pro and Johnny Doyle approached me, asked me if I would bring my people along to help them make their blood drive bigger. I said, I'd be honored. I'm actually a platelet donor. So people walk around and see us like, oh, you don't give blood, you don't give blood. I'm a platelet donor up to 10 gallons. To give platelets, you have to be at Children's because it's a different machine. It saves kids. My daughter broke her arm about 6 years ago, and we took her over to Connell Cushion. It was so bad of a break, like we got to ship her into Children's, and we got there, and the doctors and the nurses, they treat these kids like kings and queens. And if you come in as a younger brother, younger sister, they give you computers to play with, games to play with. The work they do and the magic they treat these kids. So I went there one day to check up on her, and we had checked on her because I get pins in her. They had blood, so I went to give my blood, and they checked my platelets, and they said, you have a high platelet count. Would I mind giving platelets? I said, okay. They said, come back in 60 days. I went back and started giving platelets. They said, come back in 2 weeks again, and it's been 7 years now. I'm at 10 gallons, and I go for the free cookies. They tell me it's for the kids, but I like the free cookies after they give blood and shit, but I actually go for the cookies.
That's good. That's good reason.
But I want to thank Sherm for putting this on, him and Johnny. It's an unbelievable thing. I want to thank the Ramos family, Mario, Julie, and Cameron, for letting us put in Marissa's name this year. It's an honor to have it in here. Marissa was a great kid, just unbelievable person. And I'd like to thank Maureen from Children's. They work with us, come down. He says, and this year's actually a good thing because Mass General is actually coming down. Before my mom passed away this year, she went to Mass General, and Mass General was real good. So it's actually like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You got Children's Hospital, which is unbelievable, and you got Mass General, which was great to my mother. And it's kept in house. I mean, like I said, Red Cross does their things, but a lot of people don't know they sell it to area hospitals, and they help the people in tragedies and tsunamis and everything else. But somebody like Boston Children's Hospital, Mass General, Dana-Farber and all that, they keep the blood in-house. They keep their platelets in-house. The blood can last, I think it's 30 days, am I right, Maureen?
Whole blood will last 42 days.
Oh, 42 days, okay, I was a little bit off. And I know platelets is only 5 days, and there's 3 days of testing for platelets. So I try to go at least 3 times a month for my platelets. But please come down, it doesn't hurt. 1 pint can save up to 4 kids. Plus we're doing it in Marissa's memory. It's a win-win situation. You come down, you meet a lot of great people. You lay in the chair, you're in and out in 15 minutes. They feed you, you get a shirt. It's just a win-win situation. Great nurses. It's just unbelievable. It's just a great, great event. We have moonwalks for the kids to play on and everything else, so it's a great thing to do.
I have no more questions. You answered everything.
Sorry. It's
the first time I've seen you speak in a nice way.
Oh, why can you say that? No, I'm getting better. I'm getting polished.
You are getting better. You've done very well. I appreciate that. So platelets is a new term for me. I know Sherm goes down there on a fairly regular basis, and I believe my son also goes there on a regular basis. What is it? I mean, you have to go there to give them? Is there a group that goes together so it kind of makes it easy for everybody, or what?
Well, the Sherm crew, we call them, they go down on Sundays.
The Sherm crew.
The Sherm crews, several, sometimes anywhere between 4 to 10 guys, they go down. I go down Fridays after work, so they work the late shift. I get off Friday morning, 7 o'clock, by 7:30 I'm there. The platelets actually cause clotting. That's what they do the platelets for. They cause clotting. I guess the chemo must kill their platelets. So they put the platelets in. It's almost like a steroid. It gives them like an energy boost. It won't let them bleed because like if they cut themselves, like if somebody had a heart attack, they're cooling them, their blood's very thin. The platelets will cause blood clots and keep. That's what they need. So they give the platelets out.
Okay. And you just the same basic routine. You lay down in a chair.
You lay down. It just takes a little bit longer. They recycle the blood into you, and it just takes about an hour and 20 minutes by the time you do your paperwork there. And some people take a little bit longer. I think it's because of my physique, I guess. I can pump out in about 59 minutes, 58 minutes. It varies. 2.5 pints of platelets. So
That's very good. And the blood is 5 or 10 minutes or 10 minutes in the bloodmobile.
yeah, depending on certain people's veins, it varies. Some people put heat and all that, but
It's about a half hour start to
with
finish.
start finish with the paperwork and everything else. But the blood itself is probably 10, 15
10
minutes
minutes.
off.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Squeeze the ball and get it
Yeah.
coming out. That's good. Julie, if we can chat with you for a minute. It was just a year ago, as this is being recorded, on the 27th last year, that you lost your daughter. A tragedy of magnitude that none of us should ever go through. Why is the Children's Hospital so important to you?
Children's Hospital is so important to me because they saved Marissa's life. They gave us 17 wonderful years with Marissa. Cameron also used Children's Hospital. He broke his ankle when he was in 4th grade. He had, just like David's daughter, he had to put pins in. They saved his growth plate in his ankle. But Children's, there's no other place like them. The care they give these children, the care they gave Marissa, the countless hours that they spend on each case. I even have Marissa's doctor's, his cell phone number. Call me any time of the night. The care these nurses come in, check on these children, make them feel so comfortable. When Marissa had to have a procedure done, rather be an echocardiogram, blood work, testing, whatever the case may be, surgeries, catheterization, she's been through it all. They just know how to make these kids feel comfortable, and they explain every procedure in the way that these kids understand what they're going to be going through. And like I said, they have given us 17 precious years with our Marissa. And they're wonderful.
Nothing like the hospitals that are in the Boston area.
Yeah, the doctors, the nurses,
They're caring.
they're
very caring.
just, yeah.
I went through the same, of course, nothing of the magnitude that you're talking about, but in December I had to go into Mass General, have a little work done, and I was just amazed by the whole place. It's they have great interpersonal relationship skills. Everybody has a smile on their face, and they fix you and then they kick you out
Yep.
quickly.
Yeah.
But at least when you come out of there, you're okay.
Yeah, they're great.
I understand you also have scholarships that you award at the Stoughton High School every year.
That is correct. Cameron, do you want to talk about the scholarships?
Cameron.
Yeah, so last year after my sister passed away, we started the Marissa Ramos Memorial Foundation. It's basically, we try to raise money for different things to help out the community in Marissa's name. So this year we're giving out 15 scholarships because it's the class of 2015 to 15 really awesome kids. I can't wait to present the awards on Sunday. So that's one of the things that the money from the foundation goes to. Another thing we do, local youth sports team scholarship sponsorships. So we've done 2 U8 girls teams, I think, for Stoughton soccer. We've had Princess Marissa on the back of their shirts.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how do you raise the money?
So we've had different events. So we either get them from just donations from people on like Marissa's anniversary or her birthday. People have donated to us. And then the other way is last year we had the first annual a movie for Marissa. So it was an outdoor event. This year we're having the second annual one. It's going to be on June 26th at the Stoughton soccer field from 6 to whenever it ends. It's going to be 6 o'clock start. There'll be a concession stand, a silent auction table, raffles, games for kids to play and stuff like that. It's just for people to come together and just like hang out and stuff like that. And then around 8:30, whenever the sun sets, we're also going to be playing Disney's Frozen that they've given us special permission to view because it is technically part of their blackout dates. So we'll have that. Everybody can grab blankets and chairs and stuff like that and just watch the movie, which was one of Marissa's favorite movies. And we raised a lot of money last year, and we hope to this year also, so we can continue giving out scholarships and helping out the community in Marissa's name.
Very nice. And what are they projecting it on? Do they have a screen or the large?
Yep. So last year we had a giant inflatable screen, and I believe we're doing the same thing with that this year.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, we've been working hard on it for
So all
like
you
the
have
last
to do
few
is
weeks.
pray for good weather
Yeah, basically.
in a large crowd.
Yep.
I didn't have that information when I set up the information on to show to the people. Is there a phone number they can call for information?
So there's a website. It's mprmemorialfoundation.com.
Repeat that once more.
mprmemorialfoundation.com.
Okay.
And then if anybody would like to donate or volunteer at the movie night, you can email ramos_family@mprmemorialfoundation.com.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night.
Well, you have a reason to be successful, and I guess the support you're getting from the community is unbelievable also.
It's crazy.
Yes. With the tragedy, that we went through with Marissa's passing, I just can't say enough about my family, friends, strangers, the Stoughton community themselves. What Stoughton High School, the seniors, Marissa would have graduated next Thursday, the class of 2015, always keeping Marissa's memory alive. It's just been beyond words. We're lost for words at the support we've had this last year. Thanks to Sherman for doing this year's blood drive in memory of Marissa. It's such an honor to have this. Marissa herself was a candidate. She had her first blood transfusion January of 1997 at Children's Hospital. She had a procedure, and after surgery she needed some blood, and so it's very special to me, this blood drive. I was the first time David here got me involved. I donated at the Sherman's blood drive 3 years ago, so this will be my third time donating. I was so scared, and David literally held my hand, walked me into the trailer, held my hand, and I did it. And last year, I would never miss it. It was this weekend after Marissa passed away, and I donated again. And it's just such a great cause to help save kids' lives. It's very, very special to us.
What a great town, huh?
Stoughton community, there's no one like it.
And I'm shocked hearing all these good things about Spanky.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen too much, Roy.
I know that.
It doesn't happen
just,
too much.
Just really shocked. The more I know you, the more I get to know you and hear these things, my opinion is drastically opposite.
Don't let that get out there, though.
And the other one that I can feel the same way about is this guy to my right. His reputation as being grumpy no longer is in effect. He's a great guy.
Oh, no, still grumpy.
No. You're a good guy, Sherm. There's no doubt about it. Anybody that would do what you have done in other things, they should know that you're a great guy.
Well,
Am I right?
Yeah, the biggest thing is
one of the other things they should know is that some of the reasons we do it for Children's Hospital is because of some of Roy's grandchildren, because they've been in Children's Hospital and had many procedures done. And thank God that they're coming along very well. One of them is a beautiful young lady and 2 young men.
The procedures they went through was incredible. And they're in there, they had them done, they're out of there. And they recovered nicely. You're right about that. You're right about that. Anything else, Maureen, as the blood drive consultant, coordinator, recruiter?
First of all, we'd like to thank Sherms for holding these blood drives every year. It's turned into an event. It has gotten bigger and bigger every year. As you know, this year we've doing the drive in memory of Marissa, and it is growing with leaps and bounds. And our goal has now turned from 90-something to probably 150, 180 people.
Nice.
People can donate every 56 days for whole blood. Our blood mobile comes out to different sites like this, and we hold blood drives in communities. We come every couple months, so people can donate every 56 days. They have to be at least 16 years old to donate. We'll have to have a permission slip from the parent will have to be there to sign a permission slip. Otherwise, 17 years of age, you can donate. Any kind of eligibility questions that you have, the person would have to call our donor center and ask. They could look it up and make sure that you can donate. But please, come on down. It's a great event, and these people have been doing this for the last 7 years, and I can't thank this whole group for their participation. And like he said, a lot of them go in to donate platelets. Platelets you can donate 24 times a year. It's a little different procedure, like Spanky said, that it's by appointment. You have to have an appointment. You can't just walk in to donate platelets. But it's done by machine. It's a little different. We only do whole blood on the bus, so I didn't want people to think that they could come donate platelets on our blood mobile. It's only whole blood we do there, and it's a quick procedure. It's a half hour, but we always need platelets. Like he said, they only last 5 days outside the body. It's the clotting factor. So if people have the time, please come into our center and donate platelets also. And it's something you can do every 2 weeks, no more than 24 times a year. Where whole blood, you have to wait 56 days to get your red cells back. With platelet donations, you actually get your red cells back before you leave.
Very interesting. If somebody's not available to go on the 14th, can they, if there's another blood drive, can they go to another blood drive and specify for the Marissa?
Yeah, they definitely can say that they're donating in honor of Marissa at any blood drive, and you can find the blood drives. I put all the open to the public blood drives on our Facebook page, the Children's Hospital Facebook page, or they can call our center and find out if there's a blood drive in their community. We travel all over Massachusetts with the blood mobile.
Right.
It's not just in certain areas. It's all over. We're licensed to go all over Massachusetts.
Excellent. Before we run out of time, we have a few more minutes. Can we just have that slide that has the information on it? Behind the scenes today, we have Mike Hammond and Jeff Pickett doing my job, and it's a pleasure to have them there to sharpen up their skills again. The 7th annual blood drive, sponsored by Sherm's Auto Body and Auto Repair, down on Cushing Street. That's not where the bloodmobile is, but that's where Sherm's is. It will be held on Sunday, June 14th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at, go ahead, Spanky.
Sociedad Philharmonica sounds wrong. Basically, St. John's Band Club right there under the VFW. Like I said, please come on down. It's a great cause. Like I said, bring your little ones. There's moonwalks. There's usually a magician walking around. Sherm and Johnny, they feed everybody.
You'll be there?
Oh, I go twice. I have to eat twice, trying to keep my physique.
Yeah.
No, it's just, like it says, I got involved with children's like yourself and everything else. When my daughter broke around, the staff from parking to security, it's just everybody's friendly. And I'm like, what are you people on? Because you're always happy. And they're saying this, until every child's well. They got to keep once in a while.
That's a great slogan.
It is. It's just, they're a great organization. And it's like it says, it's a great cause. Like it says, men can make anything. But you can't make blood.
No.
So come down and give blood. Take a half an hour a day. Come meet some great people. Kids can have fun, eat, laugh. You give blood and you walk out probably with a shirt or a flashlight or a coffee cup or who knows what they give. They're always giving different gifts.
Tip.
What was that?
Our steak tip.
Oh, a steak tip.
We're giving T-shirts.
Oh, T-shirts. Actually, give T-shirts this
We're
year.
giving T-shirts.
They're great T-shirts. And it's like I said, it's a good cause. And once you get involved with the blood drives, when they're in the area, they'll send you reminder cards saying, okay, your 60 days are up. We got a blood drive here in Canton or in Brockton. And just go by and just give blood. Like it says, it's kept in-house, and that's what people don't realize. Children's uses all their blood in-house, and they do go through a lot of blood. We go through a dinner every year. I guess the people who donate a lot of blood throughout the year and plates and everything else, Children puts on a big dinner to thank all the donors, and they bring in some families. I basically thought, just okay, here's dinner, thank you very much for what you do, and that's it. It's my 3rd year. They've actually brought families in, as Julie's tragedy stories, but in the beginning, 17 great years, 20 great years, and then they passed. But you hear stories, 300 units of blood, 400 units of blood, so many platelets, this and that, and you're like, oh my God, and but those time, they kept the kids even alive longer and everything else, and they don't give up. They just don't give up, so.
That's nice.
Come give blood. That's all we can say.
Okay, the location for the blood drive is on 138. It's right next to the VFW.
Between the VFW and the Tedeschi's there, yep.
Right. You come down. It's again, it's in memory of Marissa Ramos, And if you want any further information, you got Sherm's private number right there, 781-344-9848. Call him, bother him, make an appointment, and come on down. I'll be there. Big deal, but Spanky will be there. That's a big deal.
Oh, no big deal, no.
And I don't know if you had something else you wanted to say?
No, I just, again, want to thank Sherman's for doing this blood drive this year in memory of Marissa. Thanks, Roy, for having us here today.
It's a pleasure.
And my buddy here, Spanky, thank you for everything you've done.
No, thank you, Julie.
Anybody else, last word? Cameron, come on down, have the movie, talk about the
June
movie.
26th. Come down. It's going to be a great night.
Roy, we gonna see you at the movie?
Yes,
Okay.
as long as there's popcorn there.
It's popcorn. I do what I do. I go just make a donation, eat a little bit, then I leave because of mosquitoes.
They have repellent, you know.
We do.
In fact, I don't like mosquitoes.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, that's is about it. My thanks again to my floor director, Leo McGowan, for doing his job as he usually does in an admirable way. Pleasure to have him on board. Mike Hammond, Jeff Pickett, who else? Dave Young, myself, the whole bunch. Welcome to the Stoughton Community Access, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all at the Bloodmobile. Let's go for 200. They want 150. Let's make it 200.
I want 200. I like 200. That's what me and Johnny's goal is 200.
You'll go out there, you'll have the police round them up and bring them in.
If I have to, I will.
You
Like it
can do it.
Like it says, thank you for all you guys coming out on your busy schedules. I know it's tough to come out, but thank you for coming out. And please, everybody, one last time, come out and donate for Marissa. It's just a great cause. And remember, pints for half pints. 1 pint of blood will save up to 4 kids' lives. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming and speaking so well about the whole blood drive.
Thank you for
Appreciate it.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
Just remember, it doesn't take very long to give a pint of blood and what you're going to take care of other people.
Right. Thanks for watching Community Forum. Roy Cohen saying, we'll see you again.